Hey guys, what's up? I'm Mrparka here to review a Blu-ray. This is the Blu-ray of Psycho Street. I just got this. This is mostly on DVD from Amazon. You can buy it and from the store, probably musclewolf.com. But the Blu-ray is kind of limited. I got this sent to me from the producer, Marv. Let me see if I can get his right name. I'm bad with last names. Blavelt. He's a really cool, nice guy, and I heard about this one. It's a horror anthology. I'm a huge fan of horror anthologies. Basically, what we have here is this place called Psycho Street, or it's in Kronanburg. Get the title spelled different, of course. And it's basically just this crazy, weird town. The first few stories and just crazy little things that happen in the story, and the third one explains kind of the background of Kronanburg and what they're all about. The first story, I really do believe that the third story was made or had the idea of way before the other ones, and most of their budget, most of their money, and all their good technical and all the stuff went into the third story, and I think that the third story was really great story, I must say that. I'll get to that later, but the first story kind of was just about this medical place. The stories are unfolded by Tiffany Shipus. She's basically this crazy lady, and people come over, she kills everyone. Basically, the neighbors are moving in, and she starts gossiping about the town, and she talks about a couple stories, and she's feeding people to her brother down in the basement. But the first story is about this old hospital that used to be their medical place with a couple doctors, a new doctor who's like a germaphobe, and another doctor who's an alcoholic, and I believe that's Rain Brown. She's in a Psycho-Holocaust, playing this ditzy, stupid Southern girl. Basically what happens is there's this really stupid comedy stuff in here with a man playing a woman, cross-dressing, and it's just, I really didn't care for this story. I thought it was just really ridiculous and silly. Kind of feels like part softcore movie, part like a 90s horror movie in like 94 that was just bad. I don't really care for it. It was going for more of a comedy aspect. Like I said, I think they just needed the two other stories to fill in, more so on a wraparound. I thought it was just, you know, a lot of the same reoccurring actors in all of them, but I didn't care for this one. The next one is just really weird about this kind of alien race, or a group of people that I don't want to say alien race because obviously they might be actually from the town of Kronenberg. What the third story would show you that. But this weird group where this mom's pimping out her daughter, and then the offspring is born right away, kills the male, they puke it up, and then the mother eats them. She has a taste for the fetus. Really, really gross story here, but that's really pretty much all it has going for it. It's also bizarre. The company's called Muscle Wolf. They have like a bunch of bodybuilders are pretty much the actors. It's kind of strange seeing so everybody be so pumped and jacked up, but it's kind of, you know, it's their gimmick, and I think that's all right. And the third, the wraparound story, like I said, is that. And the third story, finally get to it, is actually told by Rain Brown to Tiffany Shipus after a bunch of events happen. Of course, events happen as a film, but the third story I really dug. I thought this was, if all the stories would have been this good, this would have been a really solid anthology. I mean, like, some of the acting is shaky in all the films, but it's kind of like over-the-top goofiness throughout the whole feature. So it's like, I don't know. A lot of stuff is supposed to be goofy and retarded, so you can forgive some of it. But the third story I really dug. It was about a girl who kind of haunted by her past, and it's her daughter's birthday coming up, and she has this, her priest kind of says, you should go back to your old town and see if you can remember anything. She was an orphan, and she goes back, and there's this weird, all the townspeople are really weird. There's this nun, she's really creepy. She does a great job. She's also in the first skit, we're playing goofy abducted lady, but she does a great job in this one. There's a really particularly nasty scene where she has sex with her bodybuilder driver servant, and she gets on top of him in the woods, and he has a wound in his leg. It's all stitched up, and she starts fingering it and opening it while she's doing him. That is really nasty. And there's another scene like that as well. It appears that these people are some sort of crazy group of people that likes to have sex. They can't be human for what they do, but it's breeding season and they don't know it. But through a series of events, you find out the weird history and past and what's going on, and why the daughter has this imaginary friend and who the imaginary friend is, and all sorts of things like that. It's kind of like what Rosemary's Baby or something like that. That kind of story meets porn gore. I don't really know what to call it, but this one I actually did enjoy. I had some nasty bits of gore and crazy monster at the end, just the face of it. So I'd recommend the third story. I wouldn't recommend the first two in the wraparound, but I would recommend the third story highly. The problem is you have to get the whole thing. If you like, if it's worth it, the third story is also long. It's probably about 30 minutes. So if this is up your alley, then check it out at Psycho Street. I'm curious to see what you know, they would do more, or whoever directed the third segment. I really just liked. But anyways, this is Psycho Street. Check it out. I might try to get a clip from the third story in there, or just give you an idea from the first couple stories in the wraparound. But thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.